Hey there and welcome to Love Naturally. I am Priestess Ishtah and this is the spiritual motivation that you need right now. I am not one that loves long intros. Let's get right into it. So again, we're going to see, just as you stumble on this message, it is timeless. What is the personal message from your spiritual team, from your higher self, higher power, that's trying to be communicated to you, most importantly, right now, all right? So we're going to cast a circle of divine protection around us so that only messages rooted in divine love, wisdom, and truth are allowed through. Ashe, asking our angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides to please stand at their points protecting this circle. Okay, Great Spirit, let's see. What are the spiritual motivation messages that we need right now? What do you want us to know? And this is what you need to know, my friends. Okay. Let's get this a little cleaner. There we go. Take that. Give me one more or two more. Okay, we got one more. All right. So we have, I think it was in this order. I'm feeling called to put it. So we have here stag, trust and thrive. I'm going to read these one by one. I'm being guided to do that. And then we'll put the picture together. I must say that before going into this message, I was doing a lot of stretching because I felt like there was a lot of energy trapped inside of my body. So this, just for the first quick portion of this, as I move my little markers in the background, for those of you who are empaths especially, or those of you who are sensitive to energy, and the energy that you're sensitive to, you tend to trap and you tend to feel in your body, this is a call for you, or like a reminder for you to do some type of stretching, breath work, doing exercise. But in particular, I'm feeling like you need to be doing stretching, because the stretching is going to move the energy that might be trapped in your body. It's going to move it through. So I recommend like getting and doing stretching that's on the floor, because there's something about working with the floor that is very grounding to you. So put down a blanket, put down some pillows, put down a mat, an exercise mat or something like that, because with stag being the first thing that comes up, I'm feeling that there's some stagnate energy that is around you at this moment. You might be feeling that, as I was saying a moment ago, you might be feeling those stagnated energies trapped in your body in certain areas. I'm hearing line meridians, or the certain meridians or energy portals that are within our bodies. So not even so much the chakras, yes, but the line meridians are what feeds the chakras. The same way the rivers run into the ocean, we can look at the chakras as, aren't there 7 seas, right? Isn't that interesting? There are 7 seas, so we have 7 chakras, and the rivers, which would be your line meridians, are feeding into those chakras. So I do feel that you may have, if you're feeling any pains or pangs, so I'm saying pain and then also pangs, if you're familiar with that term, like a pang, or like a ooh, ow, ooh, like ooh, that's tight, that's tense, that I feel a knot there. Stretch that shit out, okay? Stretch it out. It needs to be moved through. There's something about what you have been holding on to. Now, this could be consciously or subconsciously, but with that stag, and then at the bottom we have here trust and thrive, there is a particular pattern of maybe doubt around something that you have been holding on to. That is why that energy blockage is appearing in your body right now. I mean, if this is not in your body, if you're not feeling this in your body, then honestly, this just may not be the message for you today. This may not be your spiritual motivation that you need, but we're only also on the first card. We have 4 to go. So don't be so fast to leave my side. But what I am saying here again is just, I do feel that there's a call for you to pay attention to the energy in your body, how you're feeling, and what is being stagnated in your body, because chances are those are the things that's being stagnated in your life because you're choosing to hold on to certain mental thought patterns that are preventing you from being able to progress forward. Now, how can you determine what that area of life is? There's a lot of information if you look it up. However, if you use just kind of like common sense, also not like common sense, I don't want to say that, but like just common rationale, you can probably figure it out. For example, if you have a lot of pain on your shoulders, what do you think that means? If you feel a lot of pain and pressure on your shoulders, pop quiz, what do you think that means? Excellent job. Somebody said it. Yes, it means that you're carrying a lot of weight, or you're bearing a heavy cross, is what some Christians would say. So if you're feeling tension around your feet and swollen feet and a lot of pain and issues with your ankles and feet, what do you think that might mean? Symbolically in life, what do you think that may mean? Good job. I think I heard somebody say it. It could mean that you're taking the wrong steps, or you're not taking the right steps towards something. You're taking an action. So we can go on. And one thing I will say for ladies in particular, gentlemen as well, okay? Everybody, all all welcome, all in this part right here. And that is, if you have tension in your hips, that tends to be where we store our emotions. So tension in the hips, tightness in the hips could mean that you have some tears that you have not cried, or there's some emotional things that you're holding on to, okay? All right, moving on, y'all. Let's move on. We have here next, wow, Medicine Mother. Honor your inner knowing. So yes, indeed, I do feel that this message for your spiritual motivation is to get more in connection with your intuitive body, and how your physical body shows you the signs that your intuitive body is trying to tell you. So again, relating those emotions, and where does anger appear? Where does sadness appear? Where does regret appear? Where does resentment appear? And a lot of this you can find, like I said, online with information. You can go on like Pinterest, and they have a lot of charts that'll show you, or info charts that'll show you where those things appear. But I just feel like even if you don't do all that, you can kind of do your own exploration and just ask your body, what are you trying to tell me? This pain that's appearing right here on my side, what are you telling me? What do you need? I do feel that another thing for many of you is you're learning how to care for yourself physically. A lot of times if you're like on a spiritual path and you're spiritualist and blah, 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 you know, all that fun shit, right? You forget that, okay, wait a minute, I need to take care of my physical. Or sometimes we're so caught up in the physical, we think that, oh, I'm spiritual because I'm vegan, and I'm spiritual because I do yoga. That doesn't mean shit. The two are different. They work. Now, spirit is everything. Might I? Let me just clean out my act a little bit. Spirit is everything, but you're not. Ego is what tells you, okay, vegan is spiritual. Ego is what tells you, oh, having locks makes me spiritual. So there are things that you are addressing from a blended physical and spiritual standpoint, with the ego aside, is what I'm trying to get to. You're also learning who you are aesthetically, because you see how beautiful and ornate some of her dressings are. So I do feel that for many of you, you're healing. How cliche is this, right? But you're healing inner wounds. But no, it's not even just like that. Like you're healing emotional wounds that have impaired your ability to show up authentically. And also it has those emotional wounds, however and wherever you've picked them up. For some of you picked them up from your moms. Okay, some of you have had strained or neglectful relationships. Some of you don't even know that you've been neglected by your mother. And I'm here to tell you that no mom is perfect. No father is perfect. No guardian, no parental figure is perfect, because no person is perfect. But you're going to learn, and you are learning right now as you're watching this still with me. Thank you for being here, by the way. You're learning how to care for yourself in ways that your mother didn't teach you or did not care for you. And this is without resentment attached to it, because again, you have to learn how to care for yourself and honor your inner knowing, trusting, and to be honest with you, this is a part of your male, female, everybody alike, okay? This is a part of your journey towards adulthood or maturity. So if you're like, I'm already an adult, what you talking about, bro? This is a part of your next stage, your next level of maturity, because you never stop growing, because knowledge is infinite, and therefore it has infinite refill on you. So I do feel that and even with like seeing this top of her head here with that crown, it just feels like her crown is kind of lit up. Like there's just so much self-knowing, and my nose just keeps itching. It keeps itching. So, and I believe that there's some superstitions that says like when your nose is itching, somebody is coming or you're going to get information. Like there's a bunch of superstitions and different things, or somebody's talking about you, like different things, right? But I just feel that there is something that is going to, you're just going to keep coming into this personal knowing, these personal aha moments about yourself. And it's going to really help you to unfold. I'm just seeing like when they do slow motion of a flower blossoming and a flower blooming somewhere in like the jungle, like the Amazon, or somewhere very, very exotic, or like fast forward, or I'm not slow motion, sorry, fast forward motion when a flower blooms. It's just like, I just see a beautiful creation. And I'm also hearing the word origami. You're undergoing this is so interesting. You're undergoing a spiritual process of origami. And origami, from what I know about it, is just a very ornate, intricate art. And I feel that that's a part of you. You're becoming art. You are becoming art. It's beautiful for you. I love that for you. Look at this. Freaking look at this. You're the sun. You're becoming brighter. This healing from moving this stagnate energy. This healing is making you brighter. The sun represents healing. The moon does too. But the sun has that healing potency that radiates, and it glorifies, and it magnifies, and it expands, and it provides abundance and prosperity, and it puts you in a light. So again, the sun is also the only one in our solar system, so they say, but the sun is the only one in our solar system. So like I said, this is also about your authenticity, your singularity, your individuality, you not being afraid to be the black sheep or the purple sheep or the green or the pink sheep of the family. And don't forget my yellow sheep out there. Like you're not afraid to be the white sheep of the family. Like, who cares? This is me. I don't give a fuck. This is about you, like, not so dramatically or drastically hanging and waving your freak flag, but this is in a way for you to just, it's like I'm seeing a pirate boat, maybe because I've been watching a lot of pirate shows lately, especially that new one on Netflix at the time of recording. It's called like one something, but anyhow, it's pretty good. It's kids, like a kids show. Anyway, I'm seeing just like you on your pirate boat waving your banner. Like, yeah, y'all better be worried because I'm coming to shore. And maybe you don't steal maybe you don't steal and plunder every time you land on shore as a pirate, but I digress. What I'm trying to say is that and even with before I was saying that healing energy, I do feel that this is a message to you to start healing yourself, paying attention to your healing. I do feel that this is going to take a long while. I'm hearing a year, at least a year, to initiate and learn and understand this relationship with your body. Because let's face it, you have to undo years of malpractice upon self, let's just say, for lack of a better expression. So, and with the sun here, the sun takes 365 days, or the earth takes 365 days for us to rotate around the sun. So that's a full year. So I do feel that this is something that may take a year and up 2 years to do. But look how it says here, you will enjoy success and you will enjoy happiness. The reward that you get from the work that you do to heal yourself, to move past that stagnant energy that you have been holding on to. A lot of it childhood wounds, okay? A lot of it is childhood shit. Write a letter to mom. Write a letter to dad. Write a letter to that guardian, whether they were there or that you raised yourself. Write a letter to that invisible motherfucker. Say, hey, look, parent, I don't even know your fucking name, but this is what you did to hurt me. And at the end of that letter, you say, I forgive you. I forgive you because you were not perfect. I forgive you because it allows me to release any pain that I have tied to this. And you'll feel lighter. Trust me on that, okay? So if you want some help with that, I've got free services, I've got paid services. You know, check out my services page. The links are in the description. Check a girl out, and then maybe we can work together if you're feeling like that's something that might be a good fit for you. So our last card here. Wow. Magic Guardian. Come on, y'all. You saw me do the shuffle. So when I say that, I'm like, do the truffle shuffle. Anyway. But Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. Unlock the magic within. So my friends, this is really, like I said, even when I look at this together, it's just telling this beautiful story. It's like this mother and daughter, you know, put your face in there as it fits, however you look. And if it's a father and this could be a relationship that you had with your dad for some of you. I'm hearing for some men, this is your opportunity to address your relationship with your dad. Okay, so the things that he taught you in particular about how to treat women. Interesting. Okay, and for others, men as well, this is also just about straight up the things that you didn't get from your mom or just your parents as a whole, or just looking at those experiences from your childhood and seeing what you've held on to. Even if you say, I'm like, wait, I had a great childhood. Childhood was wonderful. And this is not to say that this is only for people who had really abusive parents. No way. I had really great parents. My parents were really, really solid, loving, supportive, encouraging parents. But there are things that I didn't get as a child that I would have liked, but I only realized I didn't get them until now as an adult. I realized that, but your parents can only provide what they can. So that is the point of what I'm saying. I don't want to go on this spiel over and over and over and over again. All right. So that in a nutshell, my friends, we're going to get a little bit more cards. I'm going to get like some animal cards to see which energy is helping you through, even though I already feel like it is the antelope right now. Also, I'm hearing the reindeer, antelope and the reindeer, and of course the stag. And I'm hearing moose, antelope, reindeer, stag, moose, antelope, reindeer, stag, and moose. Those are some of the animals that are most certainly coming through for you right now. But I just want to go back to Magic Guardian. The Magic Guardian and unlocking the magic within. There is, like I said, after you start to do this work, you're gonna be reborn. They're saying it's like it's not even going to have to be like a full death process, because sometimes you have to go through that dark night of that soul and then come reborn. But it's not even that deep. This is just something where you're going to ultimately be reborn. You're going to ultimately be. And you see how the sun is in the background right there of her, like that sun is in the background. I don't know, can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. Like the sun is back there and then the sun is here. It's almost like that. Like, you see how that beauty, how the sun is just like protecting you and guiding you. You're gonna start to radiate a lot more once you allow yourself to pay attention to how you need to heal your body and heal your emotional body. Those are the two main ones. And I feel that listening to the emotional body and the physical body, finding out what type of workouts you like. Do you like a lot of cardio? But sometimes, cardio is good, especially if you have a lot of high energy, high anxiety folks. But also, like I said, stretching and moving that energy through, slowing down, because when you go slow, you're like, whoa, I can feel that's tight. When you're running and jumping and dancing and like you're not in a mindful state of how your body feels. It's great release in a fun and jovial way, so should you do it? By all means. But at some point, try to dedicate something that's going to attune you within and find out where those kinks and tight little things are that are hiding within your body, because I think they're just shy and coming out and they're waiting for you. They're trying to lure your attention, like, hey, I'm the hips and I'm feeling really tight. I'm the hamstrings and I'm feeling really tight, things like that, y'all. And start giving love to that. I'm hearing for some of you, you should consider doing Reiki. I do offer Reiki services as well, if you're interested, but doing Reiki. Also, yeah, that's all I heard for now. Okay. Give us another animal guardian to help my friends here. Okay, you guys got 2. 3. You got dolphin. Dolphins are all super smart, but one thing about dolphins, they're very, I'm hearing the word telekinetic. So, and my ears are ringing right now. So I do feel that for many of you, if you're watching this far, you have a psychic ability. Oh, that's why you're unlocking the magic within. Oh, shit. So you have a psychic ability that is going to come online. It's going to activate once you start addressing, because it's like the energy is like, I'm seeing like a Z or like a lightning bolt kind of shape. It's kind of like I said, stagnated. It's kind of stuck in your inner line meridians or inner energy portals within your body. So it's like it can't travel up the channels clearly. It can't travel up the channels, or the energy current for the psychic gift can't flow fluidly. So I do see that by the time, like dolphins, how they swim. You ever seen a dolphin swim? Dolphins swim. Dolphins, oh my gosh, okay? So there's something about your psychic gifts are going to move more fluidly once you start to attune to this physical energy within you. Dope. Love that. Wow, even more underwater creatures, also subversive creatures. With this stingray here, I do feel that this is something, and unfortunately I have this tie to stingrays with Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter, but I do feel that it's going to be something that catches you by surprise. You don't see it coming. It's something that is on two ends of this. The work that you're doing, or that you're being encouraged, invited, and coerced to start doing, is by spirit, is subversive. Like, you don't know the full scale of what is there. And then I say that before I said some of you don't realize the trauma that's there. You're probably like, oh yeah, well, my mom or my dad or my upbringing or just whatever. Maybe it's like a heartbreak that you have a tie to, or maybe it's, sometimes we get our hearts broken by employers. I served 20 something years at that company and then they just let me go, and then you want to do a lawsuit, shit like that. Like, it could be a heartbreak even that you're tied to of some sort. But there is something that's subversive, and I just want to point out the chakras here and how I just feel like, you see how that line there and all these lines here, that again relates to that line meridian and how those lines are affecting ultimately the chakras. And the chakras are and is what is going to support each of the establishments of your intuitive gifts and your psychic gifts. So if you're someone who wants to be more psychic, you want to be more intuitive, you want to be able to read tarot cards, or maybe not, maybe that's not like the extreme, if you want to do the extreme of a thing that you want to do, but if you want to become more in tuned and in touch, and chances are, if you're listening to me for this fucking long, then I'm being told to tell you to be mindful that the work that you're going to do is, it's underneath the sand. It's not something that you're going to see laying on top of the sand like a stingray. A stingray buries itself. And like I said a moment ago, I feel like I'm hearing the word shy. I feel like stingrays are shy. Like, yeah, they're hunting low key. They're fucking hunting, okay? But they're shy hunters. And they're also coy hunters. Like, they're very crafty hunters. And that's how I feel like these traumas have been in your body. They've been crafty. They've been coy. They've been real successful in hiding from you. Oh yeah, you think that that's your ex-boyfriend, but that's really dad problems. Shit like that. And it may even require your recruitment of professional help. Okay, this doesn't mean you're crazy. It just means that you may require your help, professional assistance. I just want to point out how the hyena card was in reverse. I typically do not read animal totems in reverse, because how can an animal be in reverse? But nothing is for nothing. So I did want to consider that. And one of the considerations I want to point out here is, look at all of these triangles, upside down, reverse triangles. Okay. So when I see a reversed triangle, I immediately think about the feminine, or the divine feminine, because what does a reverse triangle look like? Yes, exactly. It looks like a womb, a female womb, a reproductive womb. So with that, mother, medicine, the moon card. I'm calling it the moon card, but the moon here showing in the background with this hyena, and also with all these triangles here. I do feel that there is again a divine feminine. Oh, that's what this is doing. So ultimately, y'all, you're healing your divine feminine side. So your divine feminine has been, this is what's been trying to get your attention. Holy crux of the matter. This is the core of it all. Like, yeah, it's mom, it's dad, it's childhood. Yeah. Like, yeah. But at the end of it all, because like I said, everything is spirit. If it's physical, then it's spiritual. But not through the ego. This is your divine feminine spirit, y'all. Your divine feminine spirit. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. Your divine feminine spirit coming through, waiting for you to give it its due attention, its due nurturance, its due response. Wow. We have here hyena. This is weird. When I'm seeing hyena, I'm seeing like, when I see this for y'all, I see sand. Again with the sand, like the stingray, but I see almost like a personal pilgrimage being taken, not in the literal sense, but I see sand, and I feel this, you as an individual, you're being surrounded by these hyenas. And I don't know if you know a thing or two about hyenas, but their jaws are, I believe, like as strong or like just right underneath of the power biting strength as a crocodile. Okay, but I digress. Something like that. So you don't want to encounter these guys. Anyhow, I just see you in a desert under an Arabian night, being approached or surrounded by hyenas who are scavengers, and you just having no fear. There's something about hecklers. There's something about you having these fears in the past from people who heckled you. It could be your own, like your close family. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not understood by them, or they don't get what you're into, or they don't understand why you think like that. Blah, 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 blah. Why do you dress like that? Why you always gotta wear that? Whatever it is that they say. So these hecklers, which is why I feel like this was in reverse, they're losing their touch. They're losing their effect on you. They can laugh. You see them there, but you're like, come on, hyenas. There's no way you can bite me. I'm super strong, and I've got fire here, and I've got a force field around me because I've activated my magic. So there's no way that a hyena or a band of hyenas, if that's what you call them, are they a band or are they a pack? They're probably something more interesting than that when you have a group of hyenas, but you're not worried. And that's the thing, like you're no longer worried about, as I go back, what people are saying about you. You're no longer worried about the hecklers. That's a part of this healing. That's a part of this divine feminine awakening. It's you living true to you. And the rewards that's going to bring are going to be on so many different planes, from the physical, for some of you, the financial, and most importantly, the spiritual connection that you will have will bring you that success and that feeling like being in the sun, that joy and that happiness. And what that will do is it will attract others to you who are just as authentic as you are. So that concludes our message today, my friends. I hope that does spiritually motivate you. And no, in fact, I know it does. And until next time, Love Naturally is out.